Welcome to Love Letters from an Ally, a mini podcast that affirms your value, encourages your faith, and shows us how to love better, because love wins.
He loves you even when you're falling apart. He loves you and he has right from the start.
This is episode 1. I would like to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. With this podcast starting in Valentine's Day here, I have been thinking lately about what love is. And love at its best is not just a feeling. Love at its best is an action, a verb. In the actual doing is the love, where the feeling that I have is expressed in an action. And our love, especially for other people, is relational and intentional. There is a commitment, a sense of faithfulness and unselfishness, if you will. Not necessarily the fluff you see in a Hallmark card. Have you ever had a secret admirer? You don't notice them or know them, but then one day a note drops telling you of their feelings, their love for you. Well, I want you to know today that you have an admirer that you can't see. Someone who has loved you and continues to love you just as you are. Not as you were on your best days or as you should be or could be, but just as you are right now. And this admirer is God. God loves and values you with a perfect, unfailing love. God's love checks all those boxes I mentioned. In fact, God described themselves to Moses using those very words in Exodus 34, verse 6, where it's written, "The Lord passed in front of Moses, calling out, 'Yahweh, the Lord, the God of compassion and mercy. I am slow to anger and filled with unfailing love and faithfulness.'" See, God created you in their image to be loved and cherished by them. Genesis 1:26, it's written, "Then God said, 'Let us make human beings in our image to be like us.'" God has created us to be a reflection of them. And God has known you from the very beginning. Psalm 139, starting in verse 13, it's written, "You made all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed." Beloved, you are wonderfully complex and amazing just as you are. And I want to encourage you today, this Valentine's Day, to understand that we all have a need to be loved. And we look for it in the midst of the flowers and the chocolates and the fancy dinners. But the only way that you can perfectly fulfill your need to be loved is to know God's perfect, unfailing love. And I look forward to telling you more about this love and how we can receive it and give it to others in future episodes. I love you. Thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, leave a positive review wherever you listen. Questions or comments can be emailed to lovelightalliance@gmail.com. And as always, remember this.
You